Numbers 22. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab on this side Jordan by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. And Moab was sore afraid of the people because they were many, and Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, Now shall this company lick up all that are round about us, as the ox licketh up the grass in the field. And Balak the son of Zippor was king of the Moabites at that time. He sent messengers therefore unto Balaam the son of Beor to Pethor, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot that he whom thou blessest is blessed, and he whom thou cursest is cursed. And the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the rewards of divination in their hand, and they came unto Balaam, and spake unto him the words of Balak. And he said unto them, Lodge here this night, and I will bring you word again, as the Lord shall speak unto me. And the princes of Moab abode with Balaam. And God came unto Balaam and said, What men are these with thee? And Balaam said unto God, Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, hath sent unto me, saying, Behold, there is a people come out of Egypt, which covereth the face of the earth. Come now, curse me them, peradventure I shall be able to overcome them and drive them out. And God said unto Balaam, Thou shalt not go with them. Thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. And Balaam rose up in the morning, and said unto the princes of Balak, Get you into your land, for the Lord refuseth to give me leave to go with you. And the princes of Moab rose up, and they went unto Balak, and said, Balaam refuses to come with us. And Balak sent yet again princes more and more honorable than they. And they came to Balaam, and said unto him, Thus saith Balak the son of Zippor, Let nothing, I pray thee, hinder thee from coming unto me. For I will promote thee unto very great honor. I will do whatsoever thou sayest unto me. Come therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people. And Balaam answered and said unto the servants of Balak, If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord my God to do less or more. Now therefore I pray you, tarry also here this night, that I may know what the Lord will say unto me more. And God came unto Balaam that night and said unto him, If the men come to call thee, rise up and go with them. But yet the word which I shall say unto thee thou shalt do. Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass and went with the princes of Moab. And God's anger was kindled because he went. And the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his two servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And the ass turned aside out of the way and went into the field. And Balaam smote the ass to turn her into the way. But the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyards, a wall being on this side, and a wall on that side. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she thrust herself against the wall, and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the angel of the Lord went further, and stood in a narrow place, where there was no way to turn, either to the right hand or to the left. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with the staff. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, What have I done unto thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? And Balaam said unto the ass, Because thou hast mocked me, I would there were a sword in my hand, for now I would kill thee. And the ass said unto Balaam, Am I not thine ass, upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thine unto this day? Was I ever wont to do so unto thee? And he said, Nay. Then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed down his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, Wherefore hast thou smitten thine ass these 3 times? Behold, I went out to withstand thee, because thy way is perverse before me. And the ass saw me, and turned from me these 3 times. Unless she had turned from me, surely now I had slain thee, and saved her alive. And Balaam said unto the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for for I knew not that thou stoodest in the way against me. Now therefore, if it displease thee, I will get me back again. And the angel of the Lord said unto Balaam, Go with the men, but only the word that I shall speak unto thee, that thou shalt speak. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him unto a city of Moab, which is in the border of Arnon, which is in the utmost coast. And Balak said unto Balaam, Did I not earnestly send unto thee to call thee? Wherefore camest thou not unto me? Am I not able indeed to promote thee to honor? And Balaam said unto Balak, Lo, I am come unto thee. Have I now any power at all to say anything? The word which God putteth in my mouth, that shall I speak. And Balaam went with Balak, and they came unto Kir-Jath-Huzoth, and Balak offered oxen and sheep, and sent to Balaam, and the princes that were with him. And it came to pass on the morrow that Balak took Balaam, and brought him up into the high places of Baal, that thence he might see the utmost part of the people. This story of Balaam goes over the next couple of chapters. It's fairly obvious what happened. But you need to understand that in the scriptures, Balaam is never referred to as anything other than a soothsayer or a diviner. He looks like he's a worshiper of God for hire. And he has a reputation for being able to curse and to bless people. And if you pay him enough, he'll do whatever you want. You know, and, oh yeah, obviously that's righteous. Sure thing. Anyway, long and the short is he pays attention to the request to go and show up, and Balak makes promises, the king of Moab. Moab is a country to the right, to the east of the Dead Sea. Fairly nice country, not a lot of trees, but lots of grass. They can grow grain there. And they've seen that the Amorites got beaten, and they are scared stiff of the Israelites, and they want to fight them, but they want to have God, the God of Israel, to curse them, because they obviously know their own God isn't good enough, because that's what the Amorites had. And that didn't work. And so Balaam shows up. He has the incident with the donkey, or the ass. And we can talk. If you got questions about that, drop me an email. But you might want to take a look at Revelation chapter 4, verses 6 and 9 for an interesting thing about that being able to happen. Anyway, Balak takes Balaam up to the high places. You need to understand what high places mean. It does not mean viewpoints. High places were where they worshipped Baal worship. And Baal worship was a fertility cult. There were male and female gods. Baal was the name of the male one. Ashtaroth was the name of the female one. And in the high places, these were altars on which, now this is all gross, so if you don't want to know how crude and ignorant and destructive and bad people can be, you want to shut this off right now, and you don't ever want to come back to it. Okay? Shut it off. Here it goes. They would have public sex on the altars, the high priest and somebody else, and then the whole group of people that were worshiping would go to their own high places and publicly have sexual intercourse. There was usually also at the high place a statue that they built, and the statue had room inside for a fire. And they would build a fire, and the arms of the statue would be out in front. And when the fire got hot enough, the mothers would offer their babies to be burned and roasted alive in the arms of these statues. The worship was so corrupt, so pervasive, that the city of Carthage, which was well known as a center of Baal worship, a couple of years ago they found somewhere between 60 and 100,000 jars, each of which had the remains of one to several babies that had happened to. So there may be a couple of 100,000 children that this happened in the city of Carthage alone. And this was worship. This is the abomination of Chemosh, abomination of Baal, all the rest of this. This is how gross these people were. You think God's going to pay attention to something that these people want? So Balaam basically won't curse, he won't bless, but eventually he says to them something that actually works. If they're made unrighteous, then maybe God will do something to them, but I can't. That's where it goes.